It's a new 103.7 Don Bleu in the morning, and Bobcat Goldthwait's here.
So excited.
Welcome, Bobcat.
Well, thank you. Good morning. Good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
I'm up and awake, so
Yeah, how about that?
I'm playing Tommy T's. We should say it's a new Tommy T's right in the city.
Yeah, the showroom. It's great. Beautiful place.
It's a very fancy place, so it'd be great to get folks to come out. Not that I don't enjoy seeing you, but if I'm up this early, that usually means ticket sales suck. Hey, that didn't sound the way I wanted it to.
No, we get it.
I like that. I like that. It's a real.
Well, no, but like really, if they say, "Hey, the show's sold out," I'd say, "Well, tell Don I'm a big fan."
I'll see him next time. Tell him to drop by and see me this time. I'm not going to see. So, Bobcat Goldthwait with the comedian, but also let's see, actor, comedian, director, producer, screenwriter, skydiver, spelunker,
crime fighter.
Yeah.
Can rock a pair of glasses like nobody's business.
You know, I have to say, I was sporting these way before Bieber. I just look like an old guy. Yeah, Bieber did. He steals a lot.
He does.
I was lesbian chic way before Bieber was. He tries to bite my styles all the time. It's really annoying.
You did have a look going on way back.
I did have a look.
Yeah.
I found this photo, or my wife. I just moved, and my new wife, the 09, she found this photo of me when I lived here, and like people used to say I rocked a mullet. Man, I didn't realize I really did. Like it was huge.
You did have a mullet.
I know. And she looks at it, she goes, you didn't go bald. Your hair ran away. Your hair was actually.
Did you say your wife, the 09?
The 09. It makes it so much easier.
How many have there been?
Yeah, I mean that's the other thing that people go, oh, that's me. It's like she knows. I mean, she's not like, hey.
That's what we do with program directors. Our boss right now is number 26.
Is he? Yeah. With some fresh ideas.
Not really.
Is the program director gonna?
Not really. You're here.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm anywhere where it's still the 80s. So,
right.
I shouldn't just not your show.
Yeah.
So I just play Peoria where I'm still huge.
Yeah.
I really did.
Peoria.
I am a god in Peoria.
How about you got what, 2 kids? What do you have?
I have a stepson who's an adult, and my daughter. They're both adults. So it's when you say you have kids, people go.
Well, it's funny. Yeah, I do too, and they're adults. You know, it's the same thing. Well, but you think of them as your kids. So,
I think of them.
So are you a grandfather?
I think my kids as your kids. No, I think of. No, I'm not a grandfather.
I'm Gung Gung.
Are you
Gung Gung?
Yep. How old's the baby?
Well, there's 5
75.
of them. 4 of them now.
Are you kidding me?
4 of them.
How many? My God.
Well, no, I got married at 21 and had a child immediately after that somehow.
Yeah. Well, my daughter, you know.
You got married in a fever.
No, I did. Hotter than a chili pepper. A pepper sprout, which is much hotter than the actual pepper. I had my daughter pretty young. I didn't have it. I mean, about
02.
The 87.
87.
But I was a young man.
Rocking a mullet when you have
rocking a mullet.
Nice. That's a great way to welcome the kid into the world.
The baby should have came out wearing acid wash jeans.
It was something neon.
Yeah. But you know, I know. And then my daughter and her friends do wear that kind of apparel.
It came back,
ironically, and it's like, listen, I went through that stuff the first time. It wasn't
didn't
funny.
Look good then, and it doesn't look good
now. I still have it in the closet. So Bobcat, you're doing. So tonight is Friday. You're there 2 shows tonight.
2 shows,
Two Saturday.
Two Saturday,
And then you're going home?
No, then I go on to Calgary. I have a new motion picture that we're having a premiere in Calgary.
Wow.
Beautiful.
So don't tell me I don't have a lot going on.
Yeah.
No, this new movie, it's available now, like on iTunes and things like that. But it'll open here on May 11th.
Tell me about the movie.
It's called God Bless America. But so right now I've been traveling with it, going to different film festivals at the South by Southwest Film Festival, music festival. I like to think of it as a film festival.
Right, of course.
But it's a movie about a guy, Joel Murray, who's he's very depressed. His life is he's diagnosed with a tumor, and he's just his life is. It sounds like
a
Can't
kick.
wait. When's that?
No wait, it gets funnier.
Okay.
He has a brain tumor, and he's thinking about suicide. See, I told you it got
funnier.
funnier.
You were right.
And then he watches that show, My Super Sweet 16, the one on MTV,
Yeah.
where the
Oh, yeah.
horrible kid gets
A birthday party?
yeah, that usually costs like $500,000.
Yeah.
So he's watching that show, and he decides instead of committing suicide that night, he'll drive 400 miles and shoot and kill that girl, which he does. And her classmate is really impressed by
Sounds
him.
great.
Wow.
So then she convinces him to live because there's so many more people that she says needs to take a big dirt nap.
Yeah.
So it's a comedy. It's a very. I like to say it's a
So
very.
he lives to kill people.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to say it's a very violent movie about kindness. Like, so their targets are just people. They're not even people. They're not people that deserve to die. I'd like to say I'm not advocating it, but
Right.
but it's just really part of it's about how our culture is just really nasty now.
You like to go a little dark, though.
You know-
what was the name of your Robin Williams movie?
World's Greatest Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, people say my movies are dark. This is the first one that when I finished it, I went, hey, this is kind of dark.
A little bit.
It's I think for a comedy, it probably has the highest body count. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Now, why did you lose the Bobcat character? You know, the voice that you did
Oh,
back in the
just-
day. What made you make that transition?
well, I mean, I'm 49, so I mean, if I came in here and was like, hey, good morning, ah! You know, I
Yeah.
You
realized.
know what? Scoob, our engineer, would go crazy. He
Yeah.
loves it.
Well, but for me to still do that, it's like, hey, I love Jerry Lewis, but when he was doing Cinderfella, I'm
Yeah.
like, going, come on, man,
Yeah,
use your real
enough.
voice.
Yeah, yeah.
Scuba actually told us yesterday, he goes, okay, so when Bobcat comes in, we're all going to do the voice. And I said, you know what, that's probably the last thing that he needs is for, you know, nobody's ever imitated you for you.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sure.
is. I know people do that. They'll go, "Hey, I do an impression of you," and then you do it, and you look at it, and you go,
And you
"I
wanna
don't know what you." I think they think it's like going to be a mating ritual.
Yeah,
like they're
yeah.
going to go, "Ah!" and I'll
Yeah.
go, "Ah!" and then it's like we're.
But instead, you want to just kick him in the face.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like more confused. It's like I feel like I'm a star-bellied sneech, and I'm surrounded by non-star-bellied sneeches. No, it's really weird. That, and I get the other thing I get all the time is, and again, that doesn't annoy me, but it'll be people will recognize me, but then they'll say to me, "Remember that movie you were in?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And but
Yeah.
they'll do it for a long time. They'll go, "Remember that movie you were in, Bill Murray?" I go, "Oh, Scrooge, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember that movie?" It's like, yeah, I remember all of them. I was there. I haven't had trauma. I'm not Gary Busey. I'm not going, was I in the Buddy Holly story?
That was me, wasn't it?
No, I think because the persona I did was so extreme, I think people think I was high or that.
Probably.
I don't know what
Oh,
it
It
is.
was
you were
the
high.
80s.
Oh, you were high.
That's
Yeah.
the 80s.
I wish I was high. Then it would have. I'd have an excuse for some of my career choices.
Some of my
I wish I could say,
You
"Oh man,
made great career choices.
I think
Most of them.
I would have skipped Hot to Trot." But
Yeah.
there is they are making a new police academy, and I was saying, "Oh yeah, they're gonna do it the way they did 21 Jump Street. They're gonna try to make it a comedy this time."
No.
What do you think when it was the
I
first
guarantee you there won't be any laughs in it.
Yeah.
That's my commitment to you.
Right.
They're not going to make it a comedy this time. No,
Bobcat
they are making it a new
Goldthwait.
one.
Hanging around in town, having a great time. What are you going to do this weekend, by the way, when you're not on stage?
I have a few friends, and I'm sure I'll go hang around with them.
Perfect. Very good. We're going to give away some tickets. How many we got, Tommy?
10 pair.
10 pair.
Pair.
Wow. Whoa.
You are
Wait,
having
Tommy.
trouble.
Tommy, I'm not working on I'm working on a door deal. We don't have 10 pair. I'm not giving
Well,
away
we
10
could
pair.
maybe squeeze a pair out, and maybe we'll add a couple after that.
Yeah, there you go. That's
You
much
give us a
better.
call at 866-900-1037. Caller number 10 and more. Bobcat Goldthwait's in town. Great to see you. Thanks for being
Thanks.
on the show.
Well, thanks for having me on.
It's always good to have you here, and it's early. Want some breakfast?
I am a little peckish.
Yeah, we're all good. Very nice.
Nice job.